So to me, this Mandy girl, it appears that she came to this show to, I'm not going to say cloud chase, but I will say she's online or she's on the show almost like, I don't know why would they trying to break up this people's marriage. I just don't get it. You're showing something that is not even really, that's nothing. Like this man hasn't done anything, but you feel he's trying to maybe cheat or do something with you. I don't know. It's giving like you need attention, and so you brought this to the show with nothing. Yeah, I don't know. It looks bad. Now this woman is saying if I wanted Glenn, I could have had Glenn yesterday. And I respect marriages. There's nothing about that showing respect. It's showing cocky. It's horrible. It's horrible taste. I could have had him yesterday or something. Like there's no respect of it. I don't know. I can understand why Glenn is a little upset, but I can understand why he's upset. And but this girl, I don't know why she's here, really, but to start drama. And I get the premises of the show, but this drama is unwanted. So I can understand why Latrice feels like the questions were geared toward her marriage and everything, because it does feel like that. Not Latrice, Lateshia. I can see why she feels like it was geared toward her marriage. Um, Sometimes you have to ask yourself, are these particular people friends of mine? Um, you brought your hairstylist in here. You could have avoided this whole thing and privately said something. But it's like you're trying to break, to some degree, someone's marriage up. And I'm sure producers have something to do with this to the point of let's bring this to the forefront about Glenn again to see how strong they are. I think sometimes we have to eat the meat, spit out the bones. And with this situation here, I definitely would say that it's a situation heightened up for the cameras, but there's technically nothing here. All of this comes across from a dance. At the end of the day, a dance. He danced with this lady. Nothing more, nothing less. Like you had a dance. What are we talking about? What are we even discussing this for? But I get it. We got to get the views in, so here we are. I feel like it's a lot when you are having to confront a situation in front of friends and stuff. I love that Kerri and Marie came over to have a conversation with her because that's what true friends do. Yeah, it's a lot going on with that. Glenn is an attractive guy, do not get me wrong. But these girls are really coming for this woman's marriage hard. I agree with Lateshia. They set her up. She was set up. Now, whether she was set up by Latrice or whether she was set up by production, that's a different story. But she was definitely set up with the BS to come toward her marriage and to see maybe how strong she is or isn't, or how strong they are or aren't. So, Mandy, if you're going to stay on the show, I get you telling your truth. And I get maybe you wanted to be on the show to maybe create even a bigger platform for yourself or a bigger name for yourself. I will say, possibly, You gotta some type of way fix this so the viewers aren't looking at you in a way where they're questioning your authenticity of coming to the show. We get it that you are Latrice's friend, and it puts you not in the best light, and I'm pretty sure you're well aware of it. But how do we get you out of this light? Latrice, how do we get you out of looking like the bad person? Because you could be completely innocent. The questions could have came from production. The questions could have came from somewhere else. And I know you probably can't break the fourth wall with saying something like that or whatever, but how do you get back? And I'm not going to say in good graces, but how do you get yourself back? Because it does look a little messy. Because we did see you all at the hair salon, at the, talking about it. So it was like the mess came up. When really we could have had the conversation a long time ago, and we could have had a dinner or something where we went out or a lunch, and actually you, Mandy, and Lateshia spoke to each other privately and not in front amongst the group or with messy or shady questions. You know, who knows? We'll see. Let's see what goes on next. So supposedly, we're going to go with my team made the questions. And if the drinks wasn't flowing, maybe we would have said this in a more of a private setting. So, okay, okay, okay. Maybe then we can go with Latrice saying that as well. But maybe we need to also have, since you have a team of people, possibly we go and look over what the team has done. It's like when you trust but verify, and maybe you should have verified the questions prior to you just allowing them to be what they were. So that way you'd have been like, oh no, I don't like that question. Take that question out, put another question in. Let's make this a little bit more fun or something. That way you wouldn't have came across or made to look like the bad guy. Now, again, you probably can't break the fourth wall. So, with that being said, you probably had to leave the questions in. You could have very well said exactly what I am saying, but because we're on a show and we're looking for ratings and stuff, you probably had to go with what was going. So, to some degree, the editing can make you look bad, but let's see. Let's see if Lateshia will come around to have a conversation with you, possibly. I don't know how you're going to fix this one. Let me talk about Miss Kerri. Miss Kerri, baby. I love her and her husband together. They're a very nice looking couple. I didn't care for Miss Kerri's hair at first, a little bit. But her meeting her husband at this baseball thing that they're at right now, her hair is beautiful. It's giving big. It's giving glamour. I am here for it. Now, I'm interested to see more of her story, and I'm not quite sure if she owns something in Jackson because it seemed like she's more in the Gulfport, if I'm not mistaken, and maybe that southern part of Mississippi. But I'm interested to see more. I miss my girl Akeisha. But I'm interested to see more of her and their dynamics. But I will say I do like them. So far, I like her. She doesn't like come in hot. She comes across as very authentic. I'm interested. Now, her husband did say, he been trying to have time, and she been on her phone. So sometimes in relationships, we do have to put the phone down a little bit. But I'm interested to see more about her. So I will say this here. I like Marie with her ex-husband. Infidelity is what broke them up a year ago. I do like them together. And yeah, I get her with wanting to change the bed. I like them together. This is a different side of Maria. It doesn't seem angry. She seems, she's always seemed real. She always gives off real vibes and everything. But this Marie, I'm sorry, this Dr. Marie is peaceful. She's peaceful. She's like, she's very peaceful, and it is very soothing. It's a very soothing part of her. It's a soft side. She doesn't seem like she's feeling like she has to be the tough person or the one that wears the pants and all. Like, she's very in her soft girl era. And it's attractive. It's attractive. But I love the way she's communicating with Cedric. It's very soothing. It's very warm. I love this part of Kerri where she's kind of doing something for her husband. It's very neat. It's very warm. It's very romantic. I like that side of it. And now, Miss Kerri, baby, from me to you. Okay. I don't like that Ford F-150, okay? We need to get us a Raptor, or we need to switch and get back in the Infinity. Now, I'm a car person. I like you, Miss Kerri, but we don't need to be in that kind of truck. It look a little, I don't know. It ain't giving you what you give, because you giving the excellence a little bit too now. So let's get in that Infinity, okay? Because the way you dress, you doing. I see you, but I do like the way she is actually taking time out with her husband, giving him date night. So it's cool. It's very nice. I like it. I will say Glenn shouldn't probably be mad at Cliff, but maybe Cliff could have a conversation with him. But he shouldn't probably be mad at Cliff because Cliff probably was blindsided from all of this. Because I don't think Cliff is in the know about what's happening here. I don't think he's concerned. I think he's on the show for his wife, but I don't think he's truly like in the know. But we could man to man have a conversation. I can see what he's saying. You looking at him side eye. Well, that concludes Bell Collective. Overall, okay, I'm happy to see Tambra and Demont on the next show. So I'm curious to see where that's gonna go with them because we really hadn't get to see him a lot. And she said he's working, so I really want to see more of her personal story. But we're out.